Good morning, YouTube. How are you today? Hello, Pamela. Hello, Yankee. Thank you for coming by. It has been one heck of a morning this morning. I can tell you that right now. As you can see, I'm kind of situated under a bridge. I'm just over the border of Pennsylvania and New Jersey. My hike this morning is going to be Ringing Rocks in Pennsylvania, but I had zero signal there, none. I was there about 15 minutes ago getting ready to set up because I got a little bit of a late start this morning and realized it just wasn't going to work. So I had to make the call. Was I going to do a live show or was I going to just let you know I couldn't make it? Well, you know me. I found a way to do it. So I went and found this location right here, right under a bridge by the Delaware River. Pretty beautiful. Little on the noisy side because of course we've got the bridge traffic right here, but during this live stream I'm going to take you guys on a little walk because it's quite beautiful here. We're going to take it off the tripod and we're going to put it on the gimbal and we're going to have some fun. So who do we got in here? Who's in the room? Hi Kelly, it's nice of you to come by. I appreciate it. We've got Pam and Yankee. Fantastic. Adam Outdoors, good morning. Good morning. If you guys could do me a big favor, share my links. I was not able to really almost do anything this morning. In fact, I didn't even post my vlog anywhere because I was on the road this morning trying to get to my location. So I had no time to do it. I got a little bit of a late start because my wife's car needed an inspection. And of course, we didn't really manage to get that done either. It's been kind of a disastrous morning. But the one thing that is good is it's not raining. Good morning, Gilbert Rod. Thank you so much for coming by. Hit that thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. So let's take you for a little bit of a tour here. I am basically sitting on a little bit of an embankment above Delaware River. It's pretty cool. I've got some nifty little wildflowers down here. I don't know if I could get them on camera because I'm just bad at cameraing, but let's flip it. Got some little wildflowers here. Got the bridge. I'm right under the bridge. The Delaware River. Some sort of abandoned building over here. I literally set this up like 20 seconds ago, so. Good morning, Burnwood. It's nice to see you today. So that's where I'm at. That's the location. This was literally set up about 30 seconds before I went live. It has been one hell of a rush this morning. Good morning, John. It's nice of you to come by. That's freaking awesome. Haven't seen you in a couple of days. Hope all is well. So this morning I'm going to be doing Ringing Rocks Falls Trail. It's in Pennsylvania, right on the border of New Jersey. This live broadcast is my first ever live broadcast in New Jersey because it just so happened to be a location where I could find a place to set up a little chair and sit down next to the river. Reagan Live. Good morning. Good morning, Totally Tiff. It's nice to see you guys. Fantastic. I am in a really cool location. And what I'm going to do during this live broadcast is maybe take you guys on a little walk because while 15 minutes ago at my actual trailhead location, I had zero signal. I've got fantastic signal right now. And so what I'm going to do is use that to my advantage and give you guys a little bit of a tour of my location. Because if I'm being honest, I haven't seen it yet either. I was in such a rush just to find a place to set up and do this live. I just got here maybe 2 minutes before the actual live broadcast started. Good morning, Mountain Survival. It is awesome to see you. Fantastic. Wow, this is awesome. This is so awesome. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate it. I really do. That makes a huge difference on these live broadcasts because we get to bring in new viewers from different networks and share those networks with everyone else who's on the stream. It's just fantastic. I want to thank Yankees Outdoor Adventure for moderating for me a little bit today. I really appreciate it. If you don't know Yankee, and I suspect everyone in this room probably does, but if you don't know Yankee, please make sure that you give him the opportunity to earn your views. Check out his channel. He is an awesome community supporter. He runs a meet and greet series, which allows anyone in the community to collaborate with him on a series, and it's fantastic. Basically, you just got to check it out. You'll love it. You will absolutely love it. You can hit Yankee up on Twitter. I'm sure he'll post his Twitter link for you. And just contact him and say, hey, Yankee, I want to be a meet and greeter. I want to be a co-host on one of your shows. And it's a great introduction to Yankee's very large and very enthusiastic audience. You won't regret doing it. I can guarantee you that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to risk it here because I'm in the middle of nowhere. We're gonna stroll over to the car. We're gonna put the phone on a gimbal, and we're gonna take a little walk. It's gonna be fun. It's all good, Yankee. It's all good. You could just post your @Yankees Adventure, I think it is, or whatever. You don't actually have to post the link. So I'm gonna put you guys on a gimbal here real quick. Woo. Since it isn't raining, I can get away with doing this. If we're lucky. And I'm gonna open up the tripod here. Might hear a little bit of squeaking for a moment. And I'm gonna close up my other tripod so I can put it in the trunk. And then we are gonna take a walk because I think this place is super cool. You guys are gonna wanna see it. You guys are gonna wanna see it. So this is gonna be my first ever live tour of wherever I am because I don't even know. Where am I at? It appears that I'm in Milford, New Jersey. Something just fell off my tripod. This is not a high quality tripod here. I can tell you that right now, folks. This is a piece of shit. But I will say this thing is mega light. And so it fits easily in a backpack. I can set it up anywhere. I don't need to, it's so cheap. I don't need to worry about, I don't need to worry about what it's gonna do. If I had to replace it, it's like $9. Pretty cool. You have the same tripod, John? It gets the job done, and I don't really have to worry about caring whether or not it gets broken because it's $10 or something. So for what I do and the way that I beat up stuff, it's pretty awesome. Plus it is really, really light, really light. All right, all right. Looks like the transition to tripod went okay, to the gimbal. So as you can see, I've got an interesting little abandoned building over there. And right down that path there, you can see my little chair set up over there. That's where I was sitting when I started the broadcast. And the reason why I know I'm in Milford, New Jersey, is because there's a sign right over there on that building that says, "Welcome to Milford." That's the only reason why I know. I have no idea where I am. Like I said, I was at the trailhead about 15 minutes before this broadcast was supposed to commence and realized that I didn't have any internet service at all. So I just picked up my stuff, threw it in the car, and drove until I found some. And it brought me to this beautiful little place. Now, I'm gonna try to heed these warnings this morning, right here. We are not going to be jumping or diving off this bridge because I don't think that would be really good for my personal well-being. It might be fun for everyone watching, but I think I will probably try not to do that today. So what we're gonna do here, let me switch the camera around. We're gonna take a little stroll across the bridge, because why not? And just look at this. Just look at this. Well, I could pretty much guarantee, John, that this water's pretty deep. Especially right now, because all it seems to do is rain. We've got rain in the forecast for the next 3 days, and it rained all day yesterday. So the water here is incredibly, incredibly high. I do not know where that is, Yankee. I have no idea. I've heard the name, but Generally, the major lakes that we have around here are Lake Wallenpaupack and no consideration for the live broadcaster these trucks have. It's ridiculous. Lake Wallenpaupack is the one major lake that I know that's near us. There is one other one, and it escapes me right now. Good morning, Simple Things. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming by. I am on a bridge crossing the Delaware River right now. Kind of like George Washington, but different. Urban noise is right, Gilbert. It's freaking ridiculous. You know, nothing actually bums me out more on a trail when I'm hiking than when they put these stupid highways right off the trail. Because you're constantly listening to cars and everything rumble by. It makes it really unfortunate to try to get good footage with the sound of nature, you know, the birds and the water, when you've got a stupid 18-wheeler rushing by at 900 miles an hour. But good old gas truck. Woo! 9 people in the room. If you guys haven't hit that thumbs up, please do. Make sure you introduce yourself around. And also do me a big favor and share this link on Twitter or whatever social media sites that you use so we can mix your network with my network and everybody in the room has an opportunity to gain viewers based on the fact that they're getting access to networks that they don't already have access to. It's the beauty of networking. Can you guys hear me all right? Because these stupid trucks and everything are kind of on the annoying side. So this broadcast is actually this is really exciting moment. This is a super mega exciting moment. I am physically crossing the planet from New Jersey into Pennsylvania in this broadcast. It's amazing. It's amazing. Tell your friends. You were on a live broadcast where we crossed from New Jersey into Pennsylvania live. Wow. See, I never thought these were things I would say. Never. I crossed into lots of different states on the Travel Adventure Series Season 1, but I never crossed into 2 different states on a live broadcast. And chances are, life is going to suck for me because it's going to start a massive downpour and my gimbal's going to get wet and ruin my life. But so far, it's just drizzling. I think we'll be okay. This thing is definitely not waterproof or even water resistant, so we'll see what happens. So we are now in Pennsylvania. Welcome to Pennsylvania. Woo! That was fun. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? I didn't know that was going to happen today. I also didn't know that it was going to be so incredibly traffic loud on this bridge, which is pretty stupid. Yeah, this is kind of a little busier area than I expected it to be honest with you, considering the fact that it's basically in the middle of frickin' nowhere. Wow. So many awesome people coming by my room. I can't say enough about how much I appreciate you guys supporting me. It's just awesome. Let's get some of those views. Let's get some views here. This is the Delaware River, for those of you who might be joining me late. Yeah, crossing state borders is fun, as long as you do it legally, Gilbert. I don't think I'm carrying anything that would be illegal in one state and not the other, so I'm probably okay. Who knows? Although people always stare at the shady character carrying around a camera talking to himself. I don't know if that's illegal. Apparently it is in the mall, just so you know. Don't carry around a camera talking to yourself in the mall. It is frowned upon. This is kind of cool over here. We've got all these houses up along the ridge there. I'm not sure if they actually show up here. It's really pretty. What mall did I go to? Yeah, I hear you, Yankee. I tried to get them to show me the actual rule on their code of conduct that said no filming, but they said that there is a rule against expressing yourself, and apparently filming in the mall is expressing yourself, and you are not allowed to express yourself in a Simon Run mall. So there you go. Luckily, I was expressing myself with clothes on. I mean, you know, come on, that's something. It's just ridiculous. But that's a story for another day. I do not know anything about this bridge, Gilbert, because I literally showed up at this exact location about 2 minutes before I was going to film. The place that I had picked out to film this morning just didn't get any signal, so I was forced to move at the very last minute. So 15 minutes before I was supposed to go live, I had to jump in my car and roll down the hill, and this is the location that I found. I have to say, this bridge is really nice though. It's all painted. I mean, it's obvious it was just redone recently. I'm sure my tax dollars paid for it, but they did a nice job. They did a really nice job. It is really pretty. I do like, I don't know if you could see it, I guess you can. These old school lights that they have hanging here, I think is really neat. They've done a nice job of kind of trying to preserve the look of the bridge the way it was when it was built. I would definitely love to know more about it. Let's see if maybe there's some information about the bridge once I get over here to the other side and read some signage. Ooh, it looks like there might be a little trail over here where I might be able to get down by the river. But I think what I'm gonna have to do first is take you guys off the gimbal. Thank you, Tiff, I really appreciate that. That is awesome. Awesome, there is a little trail down by the river there. I'm gonna switch you guys off the gimbal because it's kind of drizzling a little bit. Yeah, it's actually not the only bridge that you can get across free. I know of at least 2 others, Yankee. Because I'm a cheap bastard, so I pride myself on figuring out how not to pay tolls whenever I can. Yes, welcome to the cheap bastard stream. I can't help it. I mean, you know what? I already pay enough in freaking taxes without having to pay tolls to cross a damn bridge. Stupid. All right, so just give me one moment here. I'm going to take you off the gimbal because it's getting wet. And the Phillipsburg Bridge is still free, thankfully. It is still free. Of course, the one that crosses over some other locations, not so much, but the Phillipsburg Bridge is still free. Wow, it's starting to come down a little bit here now. I'm glad I decided to switch this over when I did. The Phillipsburg, it depends which Phillipsburg Bridge you're talking about, Yankee. There is the bridge that's 22 that crosses over, and that one has always been paid. But if you just kind of drive down below that and you go in town, there is a really nice bridge there that is free. Happy trails hiking. Thank you for coming by. I apologize for the seasickness experience that you guys are about to receive, but it is getting a tad bit rainy and I don't want my gimbal to die. So I had to switch you to another tripod. I will try to walk as smoothly as humanly possible. I'm also going to place my hat on so that maybe my head stays a little bit on the dry side. I'm not putting my slicker on yet though. No dying gimbals is right. You know, I don't know, for those of you who had a chance to watch my vlog that I released today, it was all done in the rain. It was all done with this little chintzy tripod that I have that I don't care about getting damaged. So there isn't a lot of walking shots or anything because, let's be honest, I'm really bad at walking shots without a gimbal. But let's take a little tour of Milford, New Jersey, and see what we've got here, because I think it'll be fun. I'm going to switch the camera around here so you guys can see what I'm looking at. It looks like a nice, quaint little town. on a rainy Wednesday afternoon. Apparently, they've got their businesses numbered because this business is number 10 or whatever this is. I don't even know. Of course, Smitty Werber Jaegerman Jensen is number 1. I'm sure everyone knows that. And for those of you who don't know what that reference is from, shame on you. Psychotherapist here, office. Maybe that's big in Milford. I think if I had to pay Jersey taxes, I'd probably need a psychotherapist too. Good morning, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Old railroad building, yes, for sure. For sure. And then there's Riverside style over here. It's kind of fascinating. We've got some chiropractic activities going on over here. Wow, look at that place over there. Ooh, we've got the Panda House. Now, I would be willing to bet that the Panda House is a Chinese restaurant. Anybody want to put any money on that? Oh, look at that. I am so right. I don't really get it. Why do Chinese restaurants have to be called the Panda House? This looks like an interesting little place. Really awesome little wildflowers. Half-Blood Pixie! Thank you for coming by, Half-Blood. I really appreciate it. We've got Riverside Treasures, this is called. Pretty cool. Let me flip the camera around so you can see it better. Got a nice little garden in the front. Home decor and more. Look at this. You missed it earlier, Half-Blood Pixie. We crossed over. We crossed over in this episode from New Jersey to Pennsylvania and then back again. Unbelievable. Who would have thunk it? We will make our way back down there though so that you can have the opportunity to witness the glory that is crossing over. We've got the first UCC hoagie sale going on Thursday the 17th if you guys happen to be in Milford, New Jersey. That sounds pretty awesome. I'm sorry, sir. I'm holding up the works here. Guy's trying to turn. Look at that. Welcome to Milford, New Jersey. Look at this global healthcare building over here. Man, it's kind of washed out. Let me cross over the street. Look, I'm crossing over again. Yep, I was saying, for those of you who were wondering if I was right, yes, the Panda House is a Chinese restaurant. I know, it's shocking. Look at this place. Wow. You've never been to America, Half-Blood Pixie? Well, I've got a spare bedroom right in my house. If you ever get here, you are welcome to it. Welcome to it. In fact, first place I'll take you is on the Shades of Death hike because, man, whew, for those of you who didn't see it, it was freaking awesome. It was really a lot of fun. Oh, man. The $1 deal store right here. It happens to be closed until further notice. I don't know who they're going to notify, but I don't think I'm on their mailing list. So I might not get that email. It's kind of unfortunate. Oh my gosh, Half-Blood Pixie, it was awesome. It was just fantastic. Look at this awesome pharmacy here. How cool is that? Hey, Half-Blood, Tiffany is also a major Harry Potter fan. So, and she should be in the room if you haven't met her. Yeah, Tiffany, Totally Tiff is in the room, and she's a massive Harry Potter fan. Look at this. You got to have your pizza shop. Every little place has to have this. Happy Trails. Happy Trails is a big Harry Potter fan. Good. I'm glad you guys can hear me. That way, when I say something stupid, you'll be sure to hear it. Oh, look at this. There's place over there called Chocolate in the Oven. To me, that seems somewhat counterproductive since I think chocolate in the oven probably melts. But still, chocolate anything sounds delicious to me. Ooh, the Blue Corn Grill. Ooh, look at that. They have tacos. Shocking. I would have never figured a Mexican restaurant would have tacos. Ooh, look at this place. The Pirate Cupcake. That looks awesome. I'm gonna switch it around so you can actually read the real words the way they're really written. You know, Gilbert, the one nice thing about living in the area that I live in, it's such an old area, is that I do get a lot of, there are a lot of these sorts of things around here, which I just think is awesome. I really do. There's a place called New Hope that I was thinking I might do some urban adventuring in at some point. It's right on the border of Pennsylvania and New Jersey. For some reason, it's got the gay town label. I don't really get it. It's basically a really quaint little town where, you know, there's all these tiny shops lining the street, and you could go into all these art stores and everything else. I've been there many times. I don't remember seeing a whole heck of a lot of gay couples walking around. In fact, no more than what you would see in any other place. Plus the fact that on a Saturday, if you go there, you're gonna find just droves and droves and droves. It's like an exotic car show. And then, of course, every motorcycle gang on the planet is there. So, apparently, I don't know how it got that moniker, but got I believe this is part of the canal system right here, which is pretty cool. There is a really awesome building on the other side of the street I want to show you guys. Look at that. That is so cool. I love how the roof kind of curves in and then out again, almost. That is really cool. This is some kind of an inn. Let's go over and get our free guide. Because who doesn't want a free guide? This is the Ship Inn. We're gonna check that out. I'm not shipping anywhere that I know of. This place is really cool. I stumbled upon a little gem to take you guys through this morning. It's really fun. The only real reason why I'm able to do this is because the cell service here is ridiculously huge. It never ceases to amaze me how bad the cell service was just 5 minutes ago when I was in the other location and how good it is here. Good morning, Joran. It was really nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. So many awesome freaking people on this stream. It's just amazing. Now, I think today is actually Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. I was supposed to be in Gettysburg today, but we decided not to go just yet because of this fine, fantastic weather. So we are going to be in Gettysburg on Monday and Tuesday. And so that should be a lot of fun. Hopefully the weather will be somewhat nice. That's right, Yankee drops his meet and greet every Thursday. Hopefully you have an awesome guest on today. I do have a Twitter, Half-Blood. My Twitter is my last name, my first initial. So F-E-Y-R-E-R-M. Korean. Did I miss something here? I must have missed something. All right. So this looks like the end of the road. We do have the Chamois Shine car wash across the street there, which probably isn't going to do a great deal of business today. Thank you, Totally Tiff, for posting that for me. I appreciate it. That's right, Half-Blood Pixie, with the little ampersand symbol right in front of it. We've got a cool little deli here. I am hungry. I am hungry. Of course, by the time I'm done with this broadcast, I will not be hungry anymore because I just forget to eat. That is how you lose 35 pounds in 4 months. You just get too busy to worry about doing things that you should be doing. Little delis are the best, totally, Tiff. Oh, she meant you. Okay, Jorn. So when you, yeah, the truth is that when you, I mean, I think you might have even seen, one of my favorite foods is the Italian sub. So I love tiny little delis. And my daughter had actually rubbed off on my daughter. She's a massive deli fan as well. She loves her Italian subs. Am I doing all right with this camera holding? I know it's really difficult for me for some reason because of the way I walk to hold the camera steady. Look at this. Half-Blood, I am not using my gimbal because it's raining and I didn't want to get it messed up. So if you don't know that I'm not using my gimbal, I must be doing okay. Look at this. Pet store. Well, that's good, Half-Blood. Maybe I'm getting good at this YouTube game, because I can tell you right now, when I first started doing this and I would be holding the camera like this and walking around, I was getting complaints in my comments that people were getting seasick. Cockatoo. I do believe that was what it was, Yankee. We're passing chocolate in the oven again. Look at this place. Oh man, that looks freaking awesome. That looks awesome. This side's for rent. Can you imagine renting that place? You don't want to rent out the shop next to the chocolate store if you're going to be doing like a small gym or a yoga studio. That might be a bad piece of marketing there. Just a heads up. Let's see, there's a little sign over here I totally missed when we were walking this street before. I'm jaywalking now. Well, thank you, sir. I have a guy allowing me to jaywalk, which is very nice. Look at this little community bulletin board thingy. Wow. Millie is moving up and down the line and they need my help. I think Millie is what their little train is. Let's go down and take a look at that little train station. I think that would be kind of fun. Thank you, Jorn. I want to definitely check out your new video. All right, Half-Blood, thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. For those of you who don't know, I release a new video at 9 a.m. every morning that has the previous day's hike. Make sure you check out yesterday's. It's my first ever fully rain hike. It was kind of fun, in a really wet sort of way. I had a really good time. But it's not quite as visually stunning as some of the other ones I've done because, well, it was in the rain. And I couldn't use my gimbal, and the rocks were really slick. So some of the shots that I would normally get, I still tried to get those shots yesterday, but boy, it was really treacherous. I'm not gonna lie, it was really dangerous. So I only almost fell in the water once. There was this one point where you have to go down this huge bank and then walk across these boulders to get out into the boulder for that shot that looks like I'm sitting in the middle of the water. And I was literally hanging off a tree with my belt to shimmy across to get to that boulder because there was just no footing at all. Maybe not the smartest thing I've ever done, but I can tell you right now, I try to go the extra mile to make sure we get the shots for you. That's what it's all about. Oh, there's a little sign over here that talks about the train disaster. The Oswego Express plunged through and a washed out bridge. Let's turn this around so you guys could see this. We're gonna walk over here. October 4th, 1877. Oswego Express plunged through a washed out bridge over the something or other creek just on the south, October 4th, after the last stop in Milford. 8 died. Look at that. Look at this beautiful house over here. It's got these awesome trees in the front and everything. Man, I'm in love with this little town. This is cool. This is really cool. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. And this over here is like a train station. I think somebody had mentioned that before. We're gonna go over there and see if we can't check it out. Sometimes when you're just winging it, you never know where you're gonna end up, right, Gilbert? Oh man, imagine what I could do if I knew what the hell I was doing. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, so this is a quaint little thing, and the beauty of it is there's actually an overhang here, so I could theoretically sit in here and stay dry, which is really cool. I can't go over that way because it says it's private property. Actually, my chair is probably on the private property. Oops. I'm actually probably parked on the private property. But I'm not hurting anybody. And I'm not going to leave anything there that I didn't bring with me. So there you go. So how's everybody doing today? That was a nifty little tour of this beautiful, quaint little town, I thought. So today the plan is to hike Ringing Rocks Falls Trail, which is in Pennsylvania, right on the other side of New Jersey where I am right now. I'm doing fantastic, totally, Tiff. Fantastic, especially now. I had a serious panic this morning when I ended up at my location and couldn't get any signal at all. But look how that worked out. Pretty serendipitous, I think, to end up here. Okay, it's unbelievable. The Jamin Show, good morning, how are you? Oh, it's all right, Jamin. You know, you missed the big fun. We crossed over in this very broadcast. We crossed over from Pennsylvania into New Jersey and then back into Pennsylvania, or maybe it was the other way around. I don't know. When you cross over as much as we have on this live stream, it's really hard to know. If you guys haven't checked out the Jamin Show's channel, please take the moment and do so. He puts out some really fun content. On next Wednesday, they're going to try to break a world record for something, and I think it's probably going to be a lot of fun. Lots of kids in his shows, and it's just a blast. It's just a blast. Do yourself a favor, treat yourself, and check out the Jamin Show. It's really fun. Give him the opportunity to earn your views because I like it. And he's a great supporter of my stream and my shows, which is always awesome too. I think Tiff is getting close to 60 now, which is just incredible. I think it's fantastic. We have managed to get Tiff back to where she was before she lost her channel, which I think is awesome. She doesn't have to stress about that anymore. Aren't we all, Tiff? That 100 mark is like the big plateau. It's like the big plateau. During the first travel adventure series, I left home at 80 subscribers, and I returned, I think, 4 or 5 under 200. And I can remember being kind of strange that I didn't do any kind of celebration for that 100 subscriber mark. But when I'm on this series, I just don't have time. I don't have time. So last night I got back from my hike. I had to dry off. My son had a big road trip where he went to Austin. So he took us out for dinner to tell us about his road trip. And then by the time I got home, I had just enough time to edit and then watch as much content on YouTube and make sure that I got a chance to watch everybody's stuff as I could before I had to go to bed. Now, for those of you who may have seen my up-and-coming Tubers episode on Sunday night, I know there was a little bit of a snafu with audio from Rage's microphone when using Skype, and it's of course a Mac problem because all problems in the world are probably Mac problems. I figured out how to fix that. So this Sunday night, I'm really super thrilled and excited to let everyone know that we're going to have Happy Trails Hiking, also the curator of Healthy Trails 199 on the show, and they are just fantastic people. It's Kay and Matt. We're going to get to meet them and get to know them personally, which I think is fantastic. I'm really excited about it. I'm also a little bit nervous about that broadcast for one big reason. We are leaving to go to Gettysburg on Sunday afternoon, which means that that broadcast will take place from a hotel room, which I don't like to do because I don't know whether we're going to have reliable internet access while we're in the hotel. Never mind reliable enough internet access so that I could do a live broadcast. But generally speaking, as long as I have good internet access on my phone, it doesn't really matter what the hotel is giving us. We should be okay. And for the up-and-coming Tuber show, I like to do lots of different special effects and that sort of thing, a lot of transition stuff. So I want to make sure that goes off right. But just remember, Kay and Matt are going to be on the up-and-coming Tuber show at 9 o'clock on Sunday night. It's going to be a thriller. I saw Violet Bird came in. Welcome to the show, Violet Bird. I really appreciate it. Today I am hiking Ringing Rock Trail, Falls Trail. It is in Pennsylvania, right on the Jersey border. I am super mega excited about it. I've heard lots about this particular thing. It's supposed to be a somewhat treacherous hike, so I'm hoping that the rain holds off. I know the rocks are still going to be kind of on the wet side, but if it's anything like it was yesterday, I don't know how much I'll really get. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Violet had spent a lot of yesterday in the emergency room, and I was on a live stream with her last night, and she just looked absolutely exhausted. So hopefully, Violet, you got some rest and you're feeling better, because I know, man, yeah, she looked so exhausted. So for those of you who don't know, I am on the banks of the Delaware River. I am on the New Jersey side right now. We did cross over to the Pennsylvania side earlier in this broadcast, which was fantastic. Oh, she's better today. That's awesome. Noelle is hilarious. If you've ever watched Violet's stream, last night she was just reading the chat and commenting to folks in the chat room. And of course, I'm Michelle, which I thought was pretty funny. She's just adorable. She's absolutely adorable. It looked like you guys had been run through the ringer yesterday, so I'm so thankful that she's okay. Is there a cliff overhang in our neck of the woods? There's been a couple that I've seen. The problem with those sorts of things when you're hiking and when you're filming is that it's really difficult to get the scale and to be able to stand in a location where you could really, because I do need to go to the Gap. That's definitely on the list when the weather's good, because I can't do that sort of hike in bad weather. But there are a couple of cliffs and overhangs here that with vistas that I definitely will hit probably near the end of next week, when I can be sure that the footing is going to be okay for a lot of those locations. I'm not as big a fan of the vista hikes as I am of hikes like waterfall hikes. For some reason, I'm very attracted to taking pictures and images of water features and that sort of thing, and I'm not quite as good with vistas just yet. I'm still learning how to use the camera. The temperature today is probably, I would guess we're probably in about the 65-degree range right now, and I think it's going to warm up significantly. Yes, listen to our great moderator Yankee, and please take a moment to introduce yourself to the rest of the folks in the room. everybody here has amazing and fantastic content, and do them the service of allowing them to earn your eyeballs and check out their content. Leave a comment, let them know what you think, and if you enjoy what they're doing, please subscribe. That would be fantastic. Also, if you have a moment and you could share out your mountain survival, there is no question that a camera never does justice to vistas. And I think maybe that's why I don't enjoy filming them quite as much, because the beauty that I'm able to capture with my eyeballs is never what comes across on the screen when you're putting it there. And the only way you can really enhance that is by adding some music and all that kind of stuff. But that is so true. And the scale, yeah, the size and the scale of the images is never quite the same, Yankee. If you're in the chat room and you could take a moment and tweet out this live broadcast, I'd really appreciate it. It's really awesome. When you tweet out a broadcast like this, you're sharing your network of friends with the network of friends of everyone in this room, and it gives us all the opportunity to grow, and I really appreciate it if you could take a moment and tweet it out. It's just such a fantastic way to help the community and help me, of course. If you're in the live stream and you haven't, please click that thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel, and throw me a comment or two and let me know so that I can return the favor and check out your channel and leave a comment and enjoy your content. I would really appreciate it. So I haven't actually explained what the Travel Adventure Series is, and we're at 45-minute mark, which is crazy. So the Travel Adventure Series is a series where I go on a hiking adventure or kind of a local exploration adventure every day. Not unlike what we do on what we did on this live show this morning, which is cool, really cool. I videotape all of that adventure, the hike and whatever, and I release that in a vlog that comes out at 9 a.m. And then at 10 a.m. I go live and I tell you where I'm going to be hiking today or that day. The reason why I do this is to give you an opportunity to come out and hike with me. And if you do, when you find me on the trail, there's a $50 Amazon gift card in it for you, which is just fantastic. Now, I also tweet out my locations and I Instagram out amazing pictures of where I am, so that if you missed the live broadcast, but you still want to come hike with me, it gives you the opportunity to do so. I'm really just trying to encourage people not only to get outdoors and have some fun. If you saw my vlog from yesterday, you see that you can still have fun in crazy rain and crazy weather conditions. I had an amazing time yesterday, probably more fun than anyone deserves to have in that kind of rain. It was a pretty steady downpour all day long. So that's what the Travel Adventure Series is about. There is no budget on this particular one because I'm doing all local and I'm not staying overnight anywhere except for in Gettysburg. I suspect we're going to take this around the 15 to 18, 19 day mark before I have to get back to real life for at least a week to organize everything. But we are only on our first week right now. We're a few days away from having the first week in and done, and we've already seen and done some amazing things. I want to thank you guys so much for coming along for the ride as well. Oh yes, thank you, bird. So there's a nifty bird in the tree right over my head, making sure that I get a little wet, and hopefully it's just water. Grown-up life totally sucks mountain survival. I will be the first one to jump on board with that statement. Since I've started doing this vlog and doing these things, I find it more and more difficult every day to consider the possibility of going back to work in an office. I worked for a Fortune 500 company for 17 years, and luckily when I got laid off, I got a nice fat severance, which has enabled me to really stretch my legs and do some fun things. And if I'm being perfectly honest, this is what I want to do. I want to be a travel vlogger. I want to be able to go and take people to fun and exotic locations all around the world and share them with and share my experiences with you. So this is what I do. I take it very seriously. I do this full time every single day. And hopefully if you enjoy what I do, you can toss me that live, give me the thumbs up, or toss me the like and the thumbs up and all that good stuff. I really love it. Beautiful landscapes. That is so true, Gilbert. So true. Good afternoon or morning, I guess it still is within hiking distance. Thank you for stopping by. What's your subscriber count these days within hiking distance? If you guys haven't had the opportunity to check out Within Hiking Distance's channel, please do so. It does absolutely amazing work. I just love it. I'm in awe. I try to model a lot of the things that I do on my channel from within hiking distance. So hopefully copying you is a good form of flattery, because I just love your stuff. I really do. It inspires me to try to be a better filmmaker every single day. Every single day. And I really appreciate that. If you get a chance, you don't want to miss within hiking distance content. It's great stuff. Oh, it looks like I might actually get a somewhat dry hike today. I think the trail that I'm gonna hike, which is the Ringing Rocks Falls Trail in Pennsylvania, is only about 2.5 to 3 mile loop. So if I'm in my normal mode, I can do that in a couple of hours. And usually that inspires me to try to find another trail locally that I could do also. I don't know if I'm gonna do that today or not, because my legs are just already kind of burning. It was a little bit of a rush to get here this morning. Before this live broadcast started, 15 minutes before this live broadcast started, I was at the trailhead hoping to just do my broadcast from there. There was no cell service, so I had to jump in the car and just drive to where there was, which brought me to this beautiful location right along the Delaware River. I am right inside New Jersey, and if I cross this bridge that's located over there, I am in Pennsylvania. We did cross over just a little bit ago in this broadcast, which was unbelievable. Now, I don't know how I'm at the 9-minute mark already. It seems like I just got on this live broadcast. I can't say enough about how much I appreciate everyone who stops by, hangs out with me, and appreciates my content. If you have a moment, please check out my vlog from yesterday. I hiked Beltsville State Park Falls Trail. It was a pretty awesome hike. I got some really cool views, very dangerous in some parts. It rained all day long. I did some really cool shots on the lake. You could see there was a little bit of turbulence and the water and the rain flow and all that stuff. It was a blast. It was a blast. Don't miss that vlog if you have the opportunity to check it out. I literally didn't market anything this morning because I was in such a rush, so I do have to go ahead and post those links on Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff. I just didn't get to it yet this morning. So if you haven't had the opportunity to check it out, please do. We're going to be hiking today again in rain or shine, because that's what we do. Hopefully we'll have more shine than rain. I'd be much happier if I could actually hit the record button on my phone every once in a while. Oh man. Yeah, it's very strange, Yankee. My phone sometimes does the same thing. It's really crazy. Well, thank you, Joran. I really appreciate it. And please give me that big thumbs up for our awesome moderators today, Yankees Outdoor Adventure and Joran. And I do believe Happy Trails Hiking was in the stream a little bit earlier. I know she's a busy woman, might not have been able to hang out too much. You know, within hiking distance, I am really happy. I'm really happy. I found something I love to do. I love to do these live broadcasts. I love to travel, and I love to show you guys all my different adventures on a daily basis and try to find creative and fun ways to do that. It gets me up every morning. It's funny because I served the military. I served in the Army for 6 years, and I loved the work that I was doing. I really enjoyed it. True story. I got out of the military after 6 years because I didn't want to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I just couldn't do it. I hated it. Now doing this, I'm up at 5 o'clock every morning and excited to do something, to get to work. And of course I'm still up at 2 o'clock at night too, which is maybe not the healthiest thing ever. But the truth is, as they always say, the old saying goes, if you love what you do, it's not work. And that's the truth. Thank you, Tiff. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It didn't feel like service. I really loved being in the military. It was something that changed my life, made me who I am today. And I know a lot of people don't necessarily have that experience from the military the way that I did, but I joined the military because I didn't graduate from high school, because basically chasing ladies was a lot more important than doing homework. And so I wasn't going to go to college, and I didn't want to. I thought I was completely done with school. Um, and so I thought, well, the military seems like something that can show me the kind of work ethic that I need to have to make something of my life. And the truth is, if you take it the way that you want to take it, if you absorb it and you understand that, you know, the brainwashing and all the stuff that happens in basic training and everything else is exactly that, um, then you can really use it. The brotherhood and the fellowship that I got from being there was amazing. You're right, Yankee, I still carry some knee injuries from all the ruck marches and all that sort of stuff, but it was worth it. There's so many memories and cool things that happened, and all the discipline that I learned while I was in the military. I'm not sure that I could release a daily vlog, go live every day, and still do a third series every week, the up and coming tubers, if I didn't learn the discipline that I had there. You never know. You carry shrapnel, Yankee? I hear you. Like I said, not everybody had the same sort of experience that I had. It's just my experience with my military service. And I didn't end up serving in a war zone. So in that way, I suppose you could say I was lucky. I was in Korea for 2 years while the Gulf War was going on. So, in fact, they kind of extended me and gave me a grade raise, because I was the only one who knew how to service the particular equipment that we had in Korea, and they didn't have anybody else coming in. So in order to stay a second year, they decided they would just pay me more. Anyway, I enjoyed that, and I was able to parlay the training and the discipline that I learned in the military to excuse me, to an office job that lasted more than 17 years in a Fortune 500 company, without a college degree or a high school degree. I do have a GED. That's actually a requirement to get into the military. So I actually theoretically graduated from high school before any of my classmates did, because the week after I decided I just was done doing it, I was skipping every day anyways, I went and just took the test and got my GED, which is ridiculous. I don't know why that was so easy for me, but showing up for classes every day was impossible. It was impossible. On a side note, since then I have taken college courses, and I really enjoy it. I enjoy the learning process as an adult so much more than I did as a child or as a kid. So there's that. I think you just mature and grow up. There's only really one thing that I cared about when I was 18 years old, and that was women. That was it. It was all I cared about. That was all that was on my mind. If I didn't have to eat or breathe and I could have just chased women all day long, that pretty much would have been what I did. And it's not actually like I was a ladies' man and I was dating 50 different women or anything. I always had just one woman, but it was an obsession for me. It always has been, until I managed to grow up and get married and have kids. So that is pretty much why I didn't graduate from high school, because I like the ladies. I did have to blow off some energy. You know, we spent a lot of time skipping school in Beltsville, where I was yesterday, and hiking the Appalachian Trail and doing that sort of thing. So at least we weren't out doing drugs and getting drunk. We were doing stuff. That's not to say that we never caused or got into any trouble. We did some really stupid things, but for the most part, we were pretty clean folks. Most of the kids I hung out with anyways. We are approaching that 1 hour mark, so I'm going to tell you guys one more time to please hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. The 17 mark, fantastically successful live show. It is just awesome to have everyone here. Today I'm going to be hiking the Ringing Rock Trails. It's right over the border in Pennsylvania. I'm really excited about it. If you have the opportunity, please come by and hike with me. If not, don't hesitate to check out my pictures on Instagram and YouTube. And make sure that you see my adventure in tomorrow's vlog at 9 a.m. And I will see you guys for the live show tomorrow. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a great day. Take care. Love you.